This is the chromatography experiment from my new book, Science is Lit, innit? Which came out on the 8th of August, bruv. So you just get a little filter paper and draw a pencil line on it. Then you just get some coloured pens and draw some dots on the line. Then after that, you just got to label the dots and that, do you know what I'm saying, fam? Then you get a little straw or a cocktail stick and put it through the filter paper, innit? Then you put it into a glass and that. Then you got to pour some water in there. But you got to be careful though, because the water should just touch the tip of the filter paper, do you know what I'm saying, fam? And then as the water diffuses into the paper and over the ink, it separates the ink into its different pigments and that, do you know what I'm saying, fam? Now, some pigments are more soluble than others. That's why they're traveling further up the paper and that. Like blue, for example, that's going up bare far, cuz, you know what I'm saying? We can see that the orange ink didn't travel because it's not soluble in water, innit? That's why you got to use felt tip pens, bruv. And then after that, yeah, all you got to do is just measure the distance that each pigment travelled in that. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? You done know, bruv.